guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to do an unboxing of Tarot of the Magical Forest. So I haven't taken it out of the plastic yet, and this is what the box looks like. It's a really simple design, and I'm gonna try to open it with my nails because I don't really have any nails. Oh, but it looks like something's coming out. Okay. All right. This is what the box looks like. The back says a window into a magical world, 78 cute, harmonious, and bizarre images with divinatory instructions. And it says the same thing or something similar. Is it the same thing? Yeah, pretty much in Spanish and in French and some other languages here. Let's see, let's open it up. Uh-oh, doesn't want to come out. Oh, okay. All right. All right, so that's the box. I'm going to put that over to the side. And then we have the cards themselves as well as a little guidebook in here. Let's see. Okay. All right. Oh, I love this back. Okay, so the first card is just a cover card. It just says Tarot of the Magical Forest. Oh, there's another card at the back. So the guidebook is pretty standard, pretty simple. It's in multiple languages. Let's see. So even though like each major arcana has a paragraph, it looks like, each suit is divided more like into sentence. Well, not the suit, but each card is divided into sentences by suit. I like how to explain the minor arcana suits, it says humans call them chalices and they associate them with their sensitivity, emotions, passions, and affairs of the heart. So the family of bunnies is the cups. The family of foxes is the pentacles. The family of frogs is the wands. And the family of cats is the swords. All right, that's interesting. All right, I'm going to go through these one by one so we can all see them. This is the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor. And each one of these is a different animal. So we had pig, bunny, owl, pig again, and another owl. This one looks like a sheep. This is Lovers. This one looks like a porcupine riding two bulls. This is the Chariot. The sheep and a lion, of course, for strength. Then you have a polar bear for the hermit. This is like a cat and a like dragon. So I'm just gonna go through these really quickly so you guys can see what each card looks like. So far, I really like this deck. Like, I like the imagery of it. Oh, here are the bunnies, the cups. There's something really cute about this style. Like, these animals don't look like real animals. They're just drawn. Like in this one, he has like a huge head and huge eyes, and all of them really have huge eyes. But I like this art style. One thing that probably I could have done without is all the writing along the sides. Like, if it was just a picture, in the entire card, that would have been a little bit better. So now we've gone on to the pentacles. And now we've gone into the wands. So I'm sorry if I'm being quiet throughout this review. This is my first time looking at the cards too. Oh, I don't like that one. It's like the kitten with 10 swords in his back. Like, oh my God. Queen and king. All right. So these really feel um like a typical Rider-Waite deck. It feels like it's gonna shuffle like it as well. But let's give it a go here. So let me do a few of these. Yeah. This is definitely one of those decks that are going to be easier to shuffle, especially if you have small hands. Let's see, the vertical shuffle. Okay, not bad. Yeah, I can only shuffle that smoothly when it comes to decks of this size and thinness. It's the horizontal shuffle. Oh yeah, this is, I wouldn't be surprised if this was the exact same cardstock that most Rider-Waite decks are made on. So to compare the Tarot of the Magical Forest deck, this is the Light Seers Tarot. So I'll just take one actually. The Light Seers Tarot is a bit wider and maybe ever so slightly taller. Maybe. But this, the Light Seers Tarot, is a thicker deck. So for comparison, let me show you how this deck shuffles. Oop. The cards are a bit thicker. So this is how it shuffles. And by the way, if you want to check out my review on this deck, I will leave the link down below. And that's how it shuffles vertically. This deck is a bit harder to shuffle. And let me show you how this one shuffles again. What's that? And the vertical shuffle as well. Let's see. All right, I'm going to go into the deck interview. So we're going to be asking for an introduction card. What are the strengths and weaknesses of this deck? What can you learn from this deck? What is the best way to connect with this deck? And what is the potential outcome from working with this deck? Let me shuffle it one more time. Okay. Spirit, what is a good introduction card for this deck? So we have the Death card and the World. Wow, two major arcana card. And at the back of the deck was the Magician. All right, what are the strengths of this deck? We got the Sun. Back of the deck, Queen of Cups. I usually don't even pay attention to the back of the deck with the deck interviews. Well, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But this one, I feel like I'm going to be doing it a bit more. What are the weaknesses of this deck? Weaknesses is Queen of Swords. Then Eight of Pentacles at the back of the deck. What can we learn from this deck? Okay, that was a lot of cards that came out for that one. But the back of the deck energy was the Hierophant. Let me organize this here. So for that one, we have the Two of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Emperor. Okay, what is the best way to connect with this deck? Three of Pentacles as well as the Two of Pentacles. Okay. And lastly, what is the potential outcome of working with this deck? Eight of Cups. Okay, so for the introduction cards, we have Death and the World. Huh. So I feel like this is a good basic, and I don't mean basic in a negative way in the slightest, but I feel like it's a good kind of grounded way to transform. I'm not necessarily getting shadow work per se, but I get the sense that this deck is good for kind of everyday. I feel like this is the kind of deck that isn't might not necessarily be too serious. Even though, like with the death card here, I mean, that's all about transformation. And you see like this huge skeleton about to eat this little owl and this little pig. That is a different death card. But then again, I guess it's appropriate with animals. Just see that huge skeleton there. And then with the world card, is that a cat? Yeah, I think that's a cat. And he's just like, looks like a very snowy background. I feel like I mean, obviously I was probably going to say this, but there's like a magical sense to this deck. So I feel like if you are witchy, you would probably really like this deck. Or you would like it as a supplement to your other decks if you have some. It's like that kind of basic deck. Not basic as in new people new to tarot would want it, but basic as in like maybe if you've been doing this for a while, if you consider yourself a witchy person, then you might like this deck. That's what I'm getting from these introduction cards. So the next question we asked was what is the strengths of this deck, and we have the Sun. So that's a really good card to get in that position, because I feel like it's talking about just being the best you, being the best kind of inner you is what I'm getting. It's like even though things may not be happening as you want to in your outer world, you'll still be good from the inner world out. Like that's the strength of this deck. That's what I'm getting from this Sun card. And then you have what is the weaknesses of this deck. And we have the Eight of Swords, not, excuse me, the Queen of Swords. So this deck might be a bit blunt sometimes. It might be a bit curt in its imagery, perhaps. Yeah, like for example, in this death card, like you got this owl that's alive and standing up with its eyes open, and then you have this pig that is probably meant to be dead in this picture, and his eyes are open. So I definitely see where that's coming from, where it's like a different kind of curtness. It's like vivid. That's what I was trying to say with this card. So the weaknesses of this deck is that it can be taken kind of too vividly for some people. Like it could be just a bit off-putting is what I'm getting. What can you learn from this deck? That's when we have 4 cards that came out. We had the Two of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Emperor. So I feel like what you can learn from this deck is how to take what you have and work with it. It's kind of like that working with what is energy. And not viewing, or whatever state you're at when you use this deck, it's like not viewing it as like kind of chains holding you down. It's more like viewing it as something that you can work with. I kind of get the imagery of like someone taking a chain and like using it to like throw it or something to do to like throw it at someone or throw it to like break down a wall or something. Yeah, I feel like this is about bringing out your like you will learn to bring out your inner strength. Even if it'll take a while, it's like this journey kind of pilgrimage type of energy where might take a while. But what you'll learn from this deck is the patience to get through it. So the next question we asked was, what is the best way to connect with this deck? And we got the Three of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, it's like working with what is and balancing whatever's the energies are at any point in time. So it's like if you, for a reader, if you are doing a reading about like a heavy topic, then this is the kind of deck that would be good for that, because it's about acknowledging whatever the heavy topic is, working through it, working kind of with it and through it, like instead of just like pushing against it, and also balancing out anything that may need to be balanced. So you may just need to align yourself more. Yeah, it's kind of similar to what I was getting over here. And lastly, we have what is the potential outcome from working with this deck, and we have the Eight of Chalices. So, well, or the Eight of Cups. So, the potential outcome is kind of moving on from the things that do not serve you, but moving on in a way where it's not like you're just kind of leaving it behind or taking it with you, but it's like it's already done. It's like you've already taken care of it, and now you're moving on from it. It's like no stone left unturned, canceling out. It's like closing out a karmic cycle. That's what I was trying to say. So that's what this deck will help you do. That's the potential outcome of working with this deck. Wow, that was interesting. I actually didn't expect that from this deck. I thought it was going to be more of a, and I guess it is kind of a magical, like have a magical sense to it, because it's like acknowledging the magic within oneself to more or less manifest what you want on your own and also heal on your own. Okay. All right. That is the end of this unboxing slash review slash deck interview. If you like that review, please give this video a thumbs up. Check out my other deck reviews and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.